Hello everyone, TechTony here, and today we are on the new space yacht and that I built in a survival server. This is an official Keen server of the so it's accessible to you guys and you can join. I'm gonna show you right away how to do that because it's important. This is all for us to enjoy. But it's already built and we have a full production line, so it's just waiting for you to come and build. We have plenty of faction space and GPU, so there's building for everyone. Okay, so in order to find us, you have to join the Keen NA server #1. It's a home system. Excuse me. So you'll find it on the server list. Should have a star, one of the ones that has a star on the left of them. Next, once you load, don't start yet. Don't open a world or spawn a drop pod or a space or anything. You'll see a faction list similar to the one that's on screen right now. And what you'll do is you'll scroll down and look for tech. So I'm gonna just click show me in this case, and I'll be able to see my faction. And this is the name of the faction. The tag is TEK, and the name is TechTonic. And you should be able to join it. Right now, we're gonna accept everyone, and you should also join Discord, which the link is right now on screen on the bottom left corner, so that you communicate with us and see us online or offline. Or you can also, if you have any questions or get stuck, you'll be able to share your screen through Discord, and other players or myself can help you out. We can explain things to you and help you get unstuck. So that's very useful tool, and available there, free to use. So just have to go that link and join. So next, that has accept everyone, so it's as easy as finding it and then joining it. If you have trouble joining the faction, make sure that you don't already belong to one. So what you can do to check that is to go to the drop down here and select that show me. And if you see a faction name here, that means that you belong to a faction. In this case, for example, I belong to TEK, Tectonic, and then you can what you can do is click this faction, and then at the bottom you'll see that you can now leave. It'll ask you to confirm. You select, you confirm, and then you leave. Then you can just go to the drop down, select all again, and scroll and look for TEK, and then select that one and join and click. You'll be able to click join. I cannot join because I would have to leave mine, to see the join button for another faction. So I'm not gonna do that. But yes, we already have a player. His name is his username here is I want to read it again. His Wrath Wolf, like a wolf. It's Wrath, like a wrath, but without the W. So pretty cool. He just joined our faction. He's new to the game as well, so we'll be able to explain things. So you see, this is gonna be accessible to pretty much everyone. But yeah, I haven't showed you these. This is the new design. It's still not up on Steam, but it's pretty much already. It We were just now in the cabin, where it has a cryopod, a medical room. It has a vent. It has a enemy detector sensor. So if an enemy comes near us, this alarm rotating light will turn red, and it'll start notifying. Also a sound block that's over here, down here, will trigger an alarm, and another one on the other corner will start yelling enemy detected on a loop. And it's very annoying, but it'll sound for 500 meters. So if you're far away, you'll get notified. For example, once you were in a planet surface and we're building around a base and whatever. Oh, here's Wrath Wolf. Sorry. Hey, man. Oh, we can. This is pressurized. We can show our helmet. Look. And then let me show here. So yeah, it's a it's pretty epic. The missile turret right there, right? And it shoots. This yacht will shoot forward with two missile turrets and two Gatling turrets. So you can just shoot forward as well, even though it's large grid and everything. Plus, they can shoot in either direction, but be careful if they start moving in either direction, um, because like if they start targeting something and you click shoot, they'll shoot in that direction, and they might stay in that facing that direction. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I have to be careful with that. Okay, so here we have an airlock, and here we can pressurize and depressurize. And I'm thinking we have the rocket on and off. So if you're logging off, you can rocket off, and everything that is relevant for power usage gets make sure is sure to be turned off. For example, generators, engines. You don't want your engines on, and when you come back, there's no hydrogen, or that you, you leave your refineries on and they drain all your batteries, and then the whole grid is runs out of power. Trash collection in a public server will remove it. So it's important to always keep power on on uh, on the grids that you have, so that you don't risk losing them after the time and effort of building them. But yeah, let me show you. Okay, so now I can depressurize. Make sure you put your helmet on, or else you're gonna take damage. And then the inner compartment stays pressurized, but um, it now will it now will let you outside, and sensors will open and close the doors behind you as well. We don't want enemies sneaking in into our yacht and waiting for us when we leave a door open behind us. I started this behind. Oh, we have thrusters. We have good grinders. I have a new design. We don't need it. We're gonna scout on it on the other one. I can do this later offline. So I'm going to just, because it's in the way of the yacht, gonna move it away. Ah, it doesn't move. Okay. Yeah, I don't wanna. I wanna be very careful about this. I can only go up and down. That's it. I can change direction if I rotate, but I gotta make sure not to have momentum. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna now rotate, okay, like that, so that I'm gonna slide out of the way, and now I'm going to lower and get this monstrosity contraption. This is what happens when you try to design a ship in survival. It comes out looking like a monstrosity. So yeah, creative. It's oh, I start rotating. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, now I have to. You see, now it's drifting. Okay, camera. Ah, let it drift into space. I'm not. My time is like we already have so much resources. You'll see. So this is the ball scout. It's not. It's not really. Didn't live up to the name, and we lost a lot of thrust components. Ball scout. That's it. Bye bye. Delete it. It's out of the way. Okay. This is the boss. So let me communicate with my ally, and let's say I'm asking, I said to my ally, are you ready to go looking for uranium and see her drill in action? Because this yacht is equipped in the front with 5 drills, and it has the same rotating gyro override that we saw on the rocket. Well, we haven't seen it yet, but I talked about it on the when I was going over the rocket, presenting the rocket, and we'll be able to drill that uranium uh, very efficiently. And wait till you see her. She's it's hard to see her because she's tucked in the comet. This is an ice comet, so we have are able we are able to fuel. Okay, let's see where he is. He's flying away. I think he's going away to an unknown signal. Are you ready? Oh, he's on the phone. Okay, we gotta wait, but let's get ready to um, detach from our base, and then we'll just wait, and as soon as he's back, we'll depart. So let's pressurize. Takes very little time to pressurize this small compartment. Oh, there. He's back. Now we can open the control panel, and what I want to make sure first, I want to check the cargo. So let's say cargo, because I have been offline. I don't know what's been going on. I think I left generators on. I don't know. So let's see. Cargo. No, let me say rocket. That's why I name everything, because then I can filter and I can only see the rocket cargo on one side, and then I can say station cargo on the other. And now look at that. Okay, so I can see my rocket has just one small large steel tube, and it has a few ingots. Let's see how many ingots. I don't want to carry so much. It actually has a low amount of ingots. We could probably carry more iron. I don't know if I get stranded. I want to have iron ingots. Look at that. Our base has 231,000 kilograms of iron. So I can probably do with 20,000, and that didn't do anything to my volume, the volume of the cargo. So we have plenty of space. And I deleted that ship because we also have 2,000 thrusters here, and we can put more to build. Now that our assemblers, let's make sure our assemblers are on and put our production line to go. Okay, refinery, the speed refinery go, the yield refinery go, and that what it'll do is if we go to refineries, I just put ref and I see all the refineries. The speed one is going to be processing magnesium, while the yield one will be processing gold. So I also want to make sure that I have enough ore in my inventory to last the trip. So what I'll do is speed refinery is going to go through that magnesium pretty quickly. So let's go back to the rocket cargo, and let's bring a bit of ore. Look at that. In the station, I have 661,000 kilograms of gold, 367,000 of platinum, and we have 813,000 of magnesium. So let's bring some magnesium. Excuse me. Let's bring 20,000 kilograms. Again, that barely did anything to the volume. And I'm going to bring gold. I need more gold because I found platinum before I found gold, and I've been processing platinum before while I was looking for gold, and I have a ton of platinum. So in order to make more thruster components, what I need is gold. So yeah, we want to build a large freighter. Okay, I'm gonna bring 20,000. You should, if you're, the gold will go through the yield refinery, so we can bring less. But I also don't want to. Yeah, that's plenty. We didn't fill up anything. Okay, now let's check our tanks. Tanks are full. I can already see it in the HUD and the bar on the bottom right corner. Let's make sure they're not on stockpile now. Uh, okay, menu, and then let's say tanks. Show the eye. Oh, that's weird. Okay, menu. Oh, because of the S. Tank. Just say tank singular. There they are. There they are. So our rocket tanks are full. Our station, we have one, two. There are two full. Oh, nice. Okay, I like to stockpile them. It's probably better to keep the hydrogen distributed throughout all the tanks, because if you lose the tank that has the 100% of the hydrogen, then you lose all. If it were distributed and you lose the tank, something falls on it, a wind turbine falls on it because it got struck by lightning. That happens all the time in Pertam. So yep, what we do is that distribute, but there's nothing falling on it, so I'm not worried. Okay, so we have three full tanks, and I think even oh oh wait, I gotta select these three and put them on stockpile because it's draining away from the rocket. No, we want to go with a full tank out. We're not gonna be carrying ice and processing ice. We want to fill up with pure uranium ore and come back with a full cargo of ore, uranium exclusively. So let's see. Looks like our rocket is filled again. I'm checking this one. These two have to go stockpile too. And I think, okay. Yeah, our station has 4 tanks. It still has 2 empty tanks. So let's select all the tanks and remove the stockpile. Okay. Now we're ready for detach. Let's confirm with our ally. Ready for detach, I'm asking. So I want to get a confirmation. You need on the couch or enter the cryo pod. Confirm. Confirm. Ready. I know. Detaching. Okay. I don't know why these connectors are very strong, and so when you unlock, you can also turn the connector off entirely, and that will let you avoid the magnetic pull of the connector. I always make sure to turn it back on because I don't want to forget when I return and then I'm banging against the connector wondering why it doesn't want to connect. It's because it's off. All right, so yeah, just turn it back on before you leave and you'll never forget. Okay, so we are reversing. All right, now I can show her off. Look at that. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Uh, okay, that I think she looks epic. And very efficient too. It's all heavy armor too, which I don't know if they strengthened, but if you saw the latest video that I went over the update, the weapons, the Warfare 1 update, I was shooting heavy armor with rocket, the new rocket launcher, and it was barely doing anything. Just nothing. And then eventually, once we get uranium, I'm gonna take away the drills. But it's a hassle to be like putting the drills, removing the drills. But just imagine her as without those bracers right now, without the drills. And that's what we're gonna have. Plus, notice all the turrets. She has Gatling turrets, missile turrets on top and on bottom. So as you rotate, give your enemies the belly so that their rockets don't hit your cockpit, and then your bottom turrets will take care of the rockets. Yeah. So that's the deal there. Okay. Now we don't know where to find uranium, but I've already explored pretty much every single asteroid around here. So I don't want to revisit any asteroid that I've already done, already visited. So let me go to my GPS panel here and turn them all. I have them labeled by comet 2. Is the second comet I've discovered in this server. And then I also if even if the comet the asteroid is empty, I labeled it because then I don't visit it twice. I don't waste my time on an empty comet. I put colors on them, but that's not necessary. It's just because when you have a lot of them on, it's hard to find them. Okay, these are from the first comet, so I don't need to see them. Okay, those are on. So notice that as I pan around, I can now see that all of these have been explored. I see one that's very close and it's unexplored. So let's go check it out. So I'm gonna switch. Oh, there's the alien planet over there. Okay, there's two. I found another one, but I think no, because it's a smaller one of a bigger one, and the bigger one is already explored. So usually they'll have the same ore. If I already found an ore there, okay. There's our ice comet, and there's the one I spotted. So now, without momentum, I align, and always, especially on public servers, what you want to do is align away from the comet, just to the side of it, a little bit, so that even if the server decides to disconnect you, okay, the rocket just keeps going past it. All right. So very important, very important. Okay. So now we're gonna accelerate forward, turn down burners off. We don't need those anymore. There's nothing in the way. And also, what we can do, wait, okay, we achieved terminal velocity. We are going to use the frontal camera and we can zoom in and see that there is nothing in front of us. Okay, and we can see for a while. So now we're just heading towards the next comet, asteroid. Oh, looks like there's one. Let's switch cameras. Okay, you have to exit the camera and then use third person camera. Okay, there's magnesium over there. I can, no. Okay, there's one to the right of the one that we're about to explore. So if we don't find uranium, that's the next one we're gonna search. Is the closest one. There above us, there are more unexplored ones. Okay, I'm gonna switch my HUD. Yep, and then I'm going to open the menu and check my ore detector. I think I don't turn that one on until manually until I need it. And there it is, it's on. Let me just, I probably have to turn off the GPS coordinates. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start turning it up because otherwise they're gonna make it very difficult. And we already know the two asteroids that we're gonna explore, so we don't need them. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them off. I'm just gonna travel in the same direction, and all the asteroids are gonna be undiscovered. But check her out. She's fully equipped. She has two assemblers, fully equipped with speed modules, sorted, nothing clogs, all drains, everything. She has two reactors, small reactors. She has two large cargo, a bunch of large thrusters. She stops with all these small thrusters. She has a fully operational maintenance compartment in the front so that you can repair things on the fly with a secondary control station. Nah, she's awesome. She's awesome. All right. She's my like luxury yacht in space engineers. All the other designs are very functional. Well, this one is very functional, but this was like this is just for one player, one or two players. It's two players is the max. Yeah, it's not for the faction. Okay, we're approaching the asteroid now. So let me switch cameras. I'm gonna turn off dampeners. You can now check out her stopping speed. This is why you wanna aim away. Oh, let me adjust camera. So right now she's stopping with all the frontal thrust, like right there. I'm gonna turn off HUD, and the drills are placed 3 blocks away from the thrusters so that they don't get damaged on purpose. Okay, we probably reached good amount of velocity. Okay, I'm gonna start angling, and we're gonna have to scan. We have our ore detector on. Then I am going to just be careful because sometimes there are small rocks and you don't see them until they render, and they may be, you can see one in the left right now. It's very close to the asteroid, it's not gonna hurt us. But yeah, those are very dangerous. So take your time, be patient, because impacting one of those, you would expect them to bounce away and kind of like damage them, but no, it's like an unstoppable object, and the force just your ship takes all the impact. So I'm just gonna keep going. There's plenty of thrust and hydrogen, and we can always look for ice and refuel. We have fuel in the station, but with uranium, we'll be able to power, and with ion thrusters, with a ton of thrusters from the platinum, we'll be able to have an ion freighter, and that's gonna be very efficient. And because we won't need ice for fuel, it'll pretty much be a fully reliable and sustainable freighter in space. It'll, as long as the batteries can recharge, But yeah, that's what we'll use our hydrogen for, and our reactor, mainly our reactor, for recharging the batteries, and you'll have endless thrust. So yeah, ions are really good, but it takes a lot of platinum and a lot of gold. All right, I see nothing. I'm gonna make sure my HUD. Okay, there it is. There it is. HUD was off. But yeah, this looks pretty barren. I'm gonna do one more. I'm about to complete one circle around, and then we'll just keep going the direction that we started off, because it looks like this one. Sometimes you don't need your scanner. Sometimes your sight is all you need. I'm gonna turn off dampeners. I don't want to be slowing down. It's gonna save me hydrogen. I'm just gonna keep this speed, 40 meters per second, and I'm just gonna orbit the asteroid, keeping away from the surface because I don't want to impact one of those loose rocks. But I have to stay close enough. I missed my controller. I left my controller at a friend's house, and I'm using the mouse in order to rotate, and it's taking forever. Look, we're already way far away. Alright, let's avoid. This asteroid is empty. Yep, absolutely. I see nothing. I'm not even gonna mark it because we have every resource but uranium. So I'm not looking for anything but uranium anymore. Okay, there's the asteroid that we wanted to go. I need more gyros. We should build a scout ship. Yeah, I started, that's what I tried to do with the ion ship. But the ion ship. Oh, you're on the Steam. Awesome. The stream. Awesome. So you can hear me? Hatred Wolf. Um, Wrath Wolf. I mean, Hatred. No, oh my God. Where did I get that? Okay, let's just keep going away from the comment. There's the comment. Yeah, wrong button. I'm just gonna gain distance, and then every comment, because I feel like I want to check the GPS, turn on the GPS, make sure I didn't explore this one before I start rotating around. All the asteroids are new. Oh, dampeners are on. I was losing speed. Couldn't tell. We're still good. 10% of fuel spent so far. Yeah, definitely. You're right. You're right. We're spending a ton of fuel. No, we can do this. We can stay here, and instead of rotating around the asteroid, what we can do is just depressurize, check it out, and then um, leave. If the large grid ore detector picks up the ore, then good. If it doesn't, well, But yeah, you're right. Rotating the ship is not easy. It probably needs more gyros. It should be fine. We can produce. You want to do that? You want to produce more gyros and install them? We can probably do that. We're approaching one asteroid right now. It looks glossy. It might nah. Sometimes they deceive you. Sometimes they look like ice comets, but they're not really. But still, it doesn't matter because we don't need an ice comet. We already have one. I'm slowing down. Not so much though. So let's do that. Let's just like swing around them. Like I think rockets and astronauts and real rockets do this. Oh, look, there's a element there. It looks like it might be. It might be. It looks darker than. Oh, I think that's it. It looks darker than nickel. Why don't I see it? I think normal display. Signal normal display. Then let me check my ore detector because this ore detector feels is like it doesn't work. Full range, but it's 150 meters. You think I'm gonna get 150 meters close to that rock? No, thank you. That's why he says, yeah, our friend says that we should get a scouting ship, and he's absolutely right. So let us turn off the thrusters, okay? Check our engines. This is also why we've been spending so much. I turned on the engines. I didn't need to. The batteries were full. So let's turn them off. That's it. Okay, we should be fine. Depressurizing. I think our friend is AFK. I'm gonna check this because our ore detector doesn't work and makes me get out of the ship in order to check the ore, man. Oh my god. Oh, I think we found it. La 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 la. It is uranium. It is uranium. Oh man, on the second asteroid. Okay, next, immediately, I'm going to say new from current position, and we're gonna say comet to uranium. False. All right. We have everything very close to the comet. We're only 23 kilometers away from our base. Our base is an overstatement because it's really just a few hydrogen tanks and two cargo containers. Four or five, I don't know. They keep growing. But there's another uranium here. Oh man, we're gonna stay here until one or two. We either run out of hydrogen, which is pretty much not gonna happen because we don't need to go anywhere. And or we fill up with entirely uranium ore. No stone, no anything else, uranium. All right. So here we can do that because that's the other good thing about the rocket is that it carries the entire production line, the refineries and the assemblers. So we can be building the scout drone, Raf Wolf. You can start building the drone, or I mean the scout ship. Yeah, no, depressurized. It's already depressurized. Pressurized. Okay. Hey man. Yo. Okay, let me not point the drill. That's not polite. Do not point the drill at other engineers. Safety first, right? All right. So yeah, you if you want, you have all the ingots. I brought all the ingot types, and now we're gonna have uranium, so you can build whatever you want. You have everything. So let me just get close. Try to park again. Park again on the sit down on one of the couch or cryo. Because don't. He's pointing the drill at me. No. All right. But yes, Right? Yeah, man. I'm building a flight seat to control our turrets with. Oh yeah. See if you well you can change this couch. Get rid of this couch and then you have a control seat in the helm and there's also a control seat, remember in the maintenance. I think I never welded it. Yeah, it's in the way, dude. It's right here is in the way of the cryopod entrance. Okay. But that works. Let's drop all the tools. And what we're gonna do is move the rocket. Okay, dampeners are on. Oh wait, I promised a friend that I was gonna send her the link of the video. She's getting into space engineers, but it's overwhelming, and she kind of want to see the game. So then, okay, getting into space engineers, but it's overwhelming, and she kind of want to see the game. Okay, I sent the link. So let's see. Let's see if she stops by. Okay, let's get close to the uranium, and since I cannot see anything, I'm gonna switch to the front camera, and I need to also turn on my thrusters. Okay, I can have my first toolbar, because that's the one that controls the drill. Then I'm gonna choose which one of the two I want. I think this one has a peak over there that's gonna start probably getting in the way of me trying to drill for the uranium. So I may start with the other one. Yeah, the other one looks nice and flat, nothing in the way around it. Okay, so you see that crosshair in the middle? That points at wherever your ship is going to, like the center of it. So it's not necessarily relative to the camera, I think, but to the drill or the center of the ship. Well, here we are. We're approaching the uranium. You see how close you have to get before you start seeing your large grid ore detector. There it is. Okay, slow down. Now I wanna try to get as parallel to the surface of the asteroid as possible. So I should also use my third-person camera to rotate and get a better, like all around perspective. So you see there, I know I'm actually not parallel at all. Otherwise, I'll start drilling in an angle. Okay, looking around. You can also get closer. The closer you are, the easier it is to tell. Okay, now looks like I was closer to right in the beginning. Still have plenty of hydrogen and our engines are off. Batteries are full. Good to go. Okay. Oh, nice. Our friend is already out there with things. Those are ejectors. They're sorters, so that you're probably not gonna use the one in the bottom, and that one gets all the cargo. Yeah, I would just build it at the bottom of the ship. There it is. Okay, let me check the camera again. Now I want to get the center of the circle. Oof. Oh my God, look at how much uranium. And all we have to do now is look at this. This is self-drilling in zero gravity. Okay, boom. Okay, you see the drill are going in one at a time because they're placed at an angle, creating a tip, like a triangle tip, shape tip. So I don't want to also go too far deep. So I want to stay there, there, perfect. And when I know that they can completely cover a line and leave no voxels behind, that's when I am good to turn on the rotating gyro. Okay, no, I turn off the real gyros. This one, no, that's the thrusters. I can turn off the thrust. Nah, I leave them on. This one. I'm like pressing buttons and it's like turning on the wrong things and all kinds of havoc happening around the ship. No, not good. Okay, I notice I am not in a good angle. I'm gonna realign. You're gonna have trouble accessing the bottom because the bottom is always gonna be rotating. You can remove one of those ejectors. Remove one of those ejectors and use them. But we may and nah, we won't need them. Remove both ejectors, place back the connectors, and you'll be able to freely access everything. Okay, I'm gonna guide it at first by moving forwards and backwards because the asteroid is not perfect and my angle is not perfect. It's hard to tell. You cannot level. There's no gravity to tell you a level the angle of the ship. You gotta do it by eye. So just drill around and guide it by hand. But the rotating is very good. And let's check our cargo. Let's make sure we're, yeah, look at that. There we go. There's our uranium. Very nice. Very nice. I think those engines are gonna stay off for a while because this amount of uranium we won't need to spend hydrogen on electricity. But it's always good to have emergency engines because if you do run out of uranium, if you do, you know, end up running out of power in the batteries, you don't want trash collection to remove your base because it runs out of power. So you just turn on the engines and refuel, turn everything off. Make sure to turn everything off. Turn on the engines and let your batteries recharge full. Then see why you don't have supply or power. Yeah, you make a lot of power per ice. Okay, looks like I'm deviating and I'm starting to collect stone. So I'm gonna, it's just hard to tell because the color is very similar. The uranium from the stone. Nice, but our friend is over there building. It'll pretty much be a surprise to us because we cannot see while guiding this drill. Okay, here we go. looking around. Alright, I think that's good. Let's move a little bit further every time. I'm digging that corner until it's level. Okay, I think I got stuck on this side. Yep. Yeah, some voxels didn't complete. They disappear, so they prevented the drill from rotating. Keep and yeah, it can cause your ship to rotate, and it's not good. It's not good. It can cause clang and everything, and you guys all know clang. But yeah, things have been pretty smooth. If you want, you know what you can do? You can rotate the acceleration, reverse, I mean the acceleration of the gravity generator, and then you'll have gravity. You have your gravity on the bottom, and it's a flat surface that never. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You see him? He's building on the bottom of the ship. He's building his own starship right there. So epic. Dude, this is awesome. We're just gonna chill here, okay? Oh, look at that uranium pouring in. Our speed refinery is not processing stone, but I think it's because it doesn't have any stone. Yeah, it is on. Everything is on. Okay? So there he goes. Stone gets instantly processed by the speed refinery, so it doesn't clog the system, and all the inventory space is pure uranium and the gold that we had refining earlier. But that's fine. We need thrusters. We need thruster components. We only have like 2,000, and you need 1,000 thrusters for one large thruster component. So it's very difficult to get all that gold and platinum you need in order to build a large freighter with decent thrust. Looks like we leveled the terrain. I'm gonna switch to the camera so I can see. Okay, there's stone this way, uranium this way. Okay, there we go. And then as soon as one of the drills catches stone, or I mean uranium, there, we let it rotate because we don't want to go further past the voxels. That way, because otherwise they'll start blocking, the catching with the conveyors, and the conveyors cannot consume the uranium. Oh, looks like it's tilting. Oh no, is it the shadows? I think I got disoriented. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. It's fine. Not tilting. Okay. I also have to be careful because our friend is down there at the bottom of the ship, and I don't want, his starship to get close to the ground. I think voxels are catching. I'm reversing a little bit. till I see that rotation. Definitely. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, reverse. Turn off the gyro first, because if the gyro is not turned off, then you cannot control and reverse your rotation. I'm gonna move it manually a little bit, fix what I messed up. It was probably tilting. Okay, where are my lights? Where are my lights? I feel like I don't have any lights in front. Control panel, lights, exterior in. Yeah, they're on. Radius. Yeah, max radius, all of them. Okay, no matter. Here we go again. Try again. Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it before. When you're drilling for speed, you pretty much don't have to watch it because the drill never even touches stone. The range of the speed digging is so far that it never lets the drill catch. But there's no way to auto set it on auto the speed drill. So you still have to hold the right click. Okay. So you always have to watch it. That's the whole. Oh, connection problem. I turn off my real gyros. There we go. Rotate gyro on the real gyros. They're all real gyros. The movement gyros. Directional gyros. Yeah, it looks like we consumed the ore deposit. I'm starting to get stone, so I want to make sure not to clog. Oh my, we don't have any stone. Speed refinery is dealing with that. Okay, clang. Okay, get out of this camera. Switch to the third person camera. Okay, now comes the challenging part. So we can no longer push in the drill, so we have to dig manually. Now I'm gonna turn off the rotating gyro. Switch to block tools. You gotta turn off your drills too. Hmm. Still rotating. I don't know why. There we go. It was like gyros were not on. Oh well. No. Oh, that's what you did. You already switched the acceleration. That's awesome. Smart. Very smart. Okay. No connection problem. Yep, that's why. That's why you when you're flying, always aim away from the asteroid in case you get disconnected. There it goes. We're back. It's connecting again. Okay. Okay, now let's switch to block tool so we can control this manually. There we go. Now let's look for the areas where there's voxels that we missed. This is gonna catch stone, and what I'm gonna do is rotate. I'm not even gonna push so much because by me rotating the rocket upwards, I am like digging. Imagine like I'm like a hand in scooping up dirt, right? Or so that's what we're doing. We're using the drills to dig below the ore, and then work our way from the bottom of the deposit upwards until we consume all the uranium. I want to make sure that I'm not close to the surface because we have our friend that's building his starship. Okay, there we go. Now we can see him. He's building his starship there below, underneath. He reversed the gravity force field so that he can walk around that flat surface underneath our space yacht here, and nothing falls. On the contrary, they fall like he's like on the surface of a planet. Yep. So that's very ingenious right there. Let's switch back to the camera and keep drilling. Yeah, yeah. So he has plenty of distance from the ground. He's not at risk. So we're good to keep drilling. And now we're moving away from the asteroid. So yeah, but since I'm rotating upwards, the bottom of the ship could be getting closer to the surface of the asteroid. So that's why I wanted to make sure. Yeah, geometry. Okay, you know it. Okay, I'm gonna move up because these voxels are blocking me here. So I gotta dig them out. Okay, thruster is getting heavy. I feel the ship getting heavy, I mean. Oh, 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 no, no, no. Too much movement. Sometimes you don't know if the voxel is in front of the drill or behind it. It's kind of hard to see. In this case, I thought it was in front of it, but it was behind and it was getting it stuck. And I kept pushing and started rotating and close to, you know, the ship going clang. Okay, let's drill the bottom, try to work our way, reduce, and I'm gonna get a little bit of angle because I'm too far parallel to the wall. There we go, we're level. Let's go. There we go. Okay. Now we still have plenty of cargo space. I know she can hold 4 million kilograms of cargo. So we're only half full. Almost done with this uranium deposit. There's the little bit left. And then there's a second one. So since we still have half of our cargo capacity, let's go ahead and consume it already. And then we leave all the heavy ore at our base. Whenever we need more uranium, there's already ore ready to be processed. And even when we're idle, we can just leave our refineries processing ore for us. So it's good. It's good to bring back a ton of the ore and then process it at base. Yeah, everyone can be doing something else while we process the ore, you know. Like we don't have to be here in the asteroid waiting for the ore. No, no, no. And that's why I like starting out in zero gravity as well, because it's easier to carry all this weight, this mass. Okay, looks like there's more uranium down here. Nope, wrong one. Wrong direction. That's why you always want to be careful because sometimes you make mistakes and sometimes you go down when you want it to go up. uh, Hadrian says, "What's the ice processor called? Ice process generator for making oxygen in the ship. It's called the generator, the O2H2 generator. Yep, they're I think they're off right now because they consume a ton of electricity. They probably have ice already in them, but you could turn them on because yeah, we have plenty of electricity and." Oh, but you need them for your ship. You're looking for the block in the menu so that you can, but yeah, it's the generator. And don't forget, you go ahead and install a reactor. You have reactor components there already. So that's gonna recharge your starship. You don't even need a hydrogen tank, right? Because you don't need to recharge it with hydrogen. We'll have plenty of uranium for your starship, so that can keep your build very like compact because you save the large hydrogen engine and you save the large hydrogen tank. uh, don't use small hydrogen tanks, they're not worth it. A lot of PCU and no volume, so it's like what. They're like for little rovers, like remote control rovers, small grid rovers, something like that, to recharge it, to give it a little boost of power, reserve power. But it's not for like keeping it on, keeping an engine going on. Okay, we're drawing the last bit of uranium. Wow, how little. I know how compared to all the other ores, if we consume, like for example, if I start rotating around the ice comet, the cargo fills up before I can even drill a decent depth. But here we completely consumed the uranium deposit and we're not even half full because we left with already a ton of resources in case we wanted to do this build while we dig or something, or fix the I always carry ingots. Ingots are good. They're very low volume, even less volume than components. And then you can always control the mass, but 10,000 kilograms of iron gets you places, you know, fixes an assembler, a refinery, builds one. Maybe 20,000, 25,000. It's good. Okay, let's look for the other uranium now. We gotta be careful because remember, our friend is down there. Okay, so let's keep going. There's a big rock right to the right of us. Ah, I see it. The uranium is to our left. There may be multiple uranium deposits here. There's a good comet. I mean, good asteroid. Comets are made of ice. Asteroids are made of rock. Or other things. I think. I don't know. But yeah, there are no rock comets. There are only ice comets. Okay, getting close. Aligning. Slow, slow, slow down. Okay, everything good down there. Yes, fine, it's good. Okay, okay, rotating. All right, we're gonna have to align a little bit like this. Wow, this one's a bigger deposit. I like the open cockpits. Uh, I never. What's TBH? I'm sorry, man. I forget. I'm such a noob. Old guy. TBH. Yeah. But yeah, he like that. Yeah, because it's good to see. And I like the first person space engineers like flying through Pertam. Don't do that. What you doing? He's hand drilling the uranium. It you get way less if you hand drill it. Like it's almost like wasting it. Yeah, but I don't care. Just look how much uranium we have. We have more than we need. And guys, yeah, let me remind you, this server is for you guys. So it's the public server. You just have to join the world and join the tech faction. TEK. Look for TEK. Don't need even to wait for an invite. Just join and spawn in our comet. And right now we're not at base, but we will be soon with a ton of uranium and power for everyone and a large ship that will carry us. I don't know. We can go back to Earth. We're really far. We're close to Triton, the ice moon. Oh, I'm just looking for the rotator. 7. It's 7. Lucky number 7. Okay, I'm gonna let it go with one rotation like that. I'll be right back. Let me put a camera, a nice camera. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Okay. Be right back. 1 minute. Just getting water. Yeah. All right. I'm back. Let's check our camera now so that we can move forward. We already covered one rotation. Let's just move a little bit. It's better to be patient and let it completely drill the rotation, because if you leave voxels behind, then they get the drill stuck and it becomes a nightmare, especially in low gravity with these rotating gyros pushing into the wall. Like, yeah, you don't want the ship. The ship is very expensive. This is not like drills on a piston. This is drills on a space yacht. Protect the yacht, right? That's the most important. We can always find more uranium. But yeah, let's just control here and then get ton of ingots. We are looking at our inventory. Our inventory is doing fine. We can just search for cargo here and we can see we barely have stone because our speed refine we're barely getting any stone and our speed refinery is able to keep up. We already have 232,000 kilograms of uranium ore. That's gonna end up being very little uranium though, because notice if I search for refinery, it takes, well, if I switch, it takes a little, like a lot of uranium ore to produce only 0.02 kilograms. So it takes a lot of ore to make very little uranium ingots. So yeah, conserve the ore because you need more than every other element. Bro, and same with platinum, same with gold. But we have a ton of them. We have thousands of kilograms, hundreds of thousands of kilograms of gold. We could find more silver. I need more silver, but I think I have plenty still. I just made a ton of components and spend it all, so we need more. But um, we have plenty of gold that we can make thruster components and everything we need, and even sell some for space credits. we can start doing missions. Now that you start building ships and fighters and everything like that, now that we're getting set up and we have uranium to power them and everything, we can look for a space station. So I think that should be next. After we process this uranium and have the reactors full, we should probably go to Triton at first because it's the closest one to all our cargo, and we can always like fly back here and get everything again. But flying to the nearest space station will allow us to settle a base there close that we can travel from the comet back down to that surface base, or maybe it's a stellar base. Let's see where we find a space station. Hopefully it's in space because we can avoid having to enter and exit gravity. But yes, the next thing should be doing missions. Why? Why is it so important? Because say this is a public server and we're inviting players in, and you don't never know who is gonna raid your base or like try to attack you, and you may lose everything that you're working for, right? So if you have space credits and you deposit them in ATMs, you'll be able to log in even with a brand new space pod, and directly you know that you notice that that passenger seat always has a data pad with the GPS coordinates for a space station. uh, 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 it's because if you had space credits and you always start with 10,000, notice my character, I haven't done anything for space credits and it already has 10,000. So you can use that space credit right away. My drill got stuck, so I gotta work my way. See, it's voxels that were not drilled properly behind. There's another one. There it goes. Okay, drill's ready to rotate. I can manually control it. But yes, you can go to that space station right away. Just convert your drop pod to a flight ready and travel to that GPS coordinates in your data pad and buy a spaceship. And you can, and if you have enough space credits, you can buy freighters. Like you can, oh, you raided and wiped my base and I have nothing? Ha! I have a freighter. Boom, show up, already turrets on it. You know, get a bit of magnesium. Boom, repay and pay back. And then you might even find your spaceships because sometimes, for example, they raid you and they destroy your survival kit. You can no longer spawn in the space yacht, in this spaceship. So what they'll do is instead of destroying the ship, they'll just grind the ship below hack and claim ownership of it. So they'll literally just claim your starship and now it's theirs. They don't even have they don't grind it away. It's a good spaceship. Plus the cargo is already there. It's already mobile. All they have to do is hack the control station and they can operate it and fly it back to base. You know? So all when they raid your ship and when you guys raid a ship, all you need to do is grind away the survival kit. Grind away the enemy survival kit and get rid of all the enemies that are alive. Then they're cut off from the spawning in that StarCraft spaceship, and it's yours. Don't blow it up with a warhead, okay? The warhead is for like wiping away a station. Say your enemy like builds at the surface. You create bombers that drop the warheads on top of your enemy's base. So that's why you always build bunkers. Don't build surface bases on public servers because they'll get erased. All you'll find, you'll log it one day, and all you'll find is a big crater where your base used to be. And it doesn't even take that many of explosives. Plus, explosives are even less expensive than rockets. Rockets require uranium to build. But explosives, which is the main component of warheads, it takes 6 explosives to build one warhead, which is a nuclear weapon. Okay, it only takes magnesium and very little of it too. Like it's almost more expensive to build ammo for Gatling turrets than it is to build explosives for warheads. So imagine you can. I have one blueprint with a printer and has two warhead weapons and just bombards. It hovers over the gravity beyond the range of the turrets, of the enemy turrets at the surface, and just keeps bombarding until it runs out of components to build the warheads with. It's pretty epic. And it's devastating. But that's what, like, if anyone like messes, we'll build that. If we get wiped, okay, no problem. In one weekend, we'll build that rocket, and then hi, we're back. Remember us? Here you go, warhead payload, and it fires. Oh my God, it fires so fast, so fast. You can have your turrets, your base turrets. I already tested it. You can have your base turrets, Gatling turrets, set specifically to target floating objects that are falling on top of your base. They can be exclusively shooting at the warheads falling down, and they cannot keep up. They can shoot one, two, maybe three, but well, before one warhead clears the cockpit of the rocket, the front distance, you have already shot like two and are like welding the third. So imagine it's just a streamline of warheads bombarding because it's as quick as the welder can weld them. You know, as quick as you can fire them, then the welder welds them in less than 2 seconds, or less than that, less than a second, like instantly. It's only 3 blocks. It's a warhead, a battery, and a merge block. That's it. No, nothing else. Because it needs a battery, or otherwise the warhead has no power. Okay, something's wrong. Okay, it was connection. We're back here, and I can operate safely. So the warhead needs to have power. If you detach the merge block without a battery, the warhead loses power and disarms pretty much. So it's not gonna blow up when it impacts. But no, 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 no. Our blueprint comes with a battery, and it blows up. It blows up the base, and it leaves a crater in the voxels. Like it's a good way of digging as well. You'll see. We'll do that all that. Okay, looks like there's more down here. Wrath, if you're on stream, if you can hear me, do you mind putting a few spotlights, like one spotlight or two spotlights facing at the ore? Because it's kind of like dark and I can barely see what is ore and what is stone. That way I don't have to like climb out, depressurize, and then climb up. You're like close. I would that would be appreciate. Looks like uranium is exhausted. That's ore. That's stone. Yes, we are dwarf gang. Dig. Bro, how do I paint it? Okay, with your middle mouse button. You can always reprogram the key if you don't have a middle mouse button. But yes, what you can do is have a block selected. You can press P. P opens your, I'm gonna show you. Okay, you can press P and it opens your color picker. And then you can set your color picker palette over here. Okay, but say for example I want this color. I can select the block, just the like I want to place a light armor block, and then hover over the one color you want, and then press Shift P, and what you did is copy that color. Now I have this metal selected, and wherever I place, it's gonna be a metal block. like the ones above. And then what you can do is just hover over whatever element you want to color, and as long as you own the block, you can paint it. And then press the middle mouse button, and it'll color it. So yeah, that's how you paint. Okay, and next, let's climb back on. All right, look at one. He's placing the spotlights. Thank you. I hear grinding. Why do you need to grind? What are you grinding? No. No, 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 no. You leave the heavy armor blocks. Leave them, leave them. They're sealed. They're good and sealed. You just place them on top of the conveyors. I appreciate it. He was creating a permanent place for the spotlight. But no, no, we just need them for now. I appreciate it, man. It's because if explosion happens, the force is gonna enter through that place. So even like all the armor around it is gonna be neglected because that opening is gonna be where the force of the explosion goes into the rocket. It's very very it's very good the way that they design the explosions. For example, like it's convenient to also leave areas, gaps in between blocks because the explosion, the force of the explosion can escape through empty gaps and not damage. Like it'll get some, like for example, the say the explosion happens inside a cube, everything inside the cube is destroyed. I don't know how to describe it. Never mind. I'm just gonna. All right. But yeah, thank you for the light. Let's see. Control. We want to be careful. I'm not gonna move the rocket. I just want to look. Okay. Still working. Yeah, it can be on top of a conveyor. Don't worry about the color. I'll fix it later. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here we go. Safety first. Let's turn off the drills. It's like working over there. Let's see if we can get a closer look what he's doing. Trying to rotate the camera. Nah. What about in front of that same block? The in front of that the block that you placed, like right in front of it, facing the ore. I think that works out. I also don't want to reverse because it's gonna cook him. The thrusters are facing at him right now. All right, let's try. Let's get out of here. Let's depressurize. Okay. First, we gotta pressurize the airlock. Okay. Airlock pressurized. We can enter it. Now let's depressurize. Our helmet is on. We're good. Let's get out now. Okay. So I'm gonna open my G menu, and then I'm gonna look for spotlight. There it is. And I'm gonna place 2 on my build planner. Then I'm also gonna put 1 in my toolbar so that I can also place it. And all I have to do now is go to my connector here and then say build withdraw components for build planner. Cannot withdraw 12 interior plates, so I'll need to produce them. They start producing. There they go. Done. I can withdraw them now. Well, they need to go through the sorter, but there they are. I just had to click one more time and there they went. And now I can place 2 spotlights. And I'm gonna place one right there and another one right there to be redundant. And I didn't have to even worry about the components or what I needed. You see, it gave me exactly the components. I don't even have to put components back because my inventory is empty. That's it. Now we can pressurize. Oh, oh no. It's the gravity. The gravity being upside down. I'm on magnetic boots. It won't let you take anything. Oh, is it? Are you accessing the ones on the sides? Uh, the ones on the sides are ejectors. So you have to use the one at the bottom. Yep. I don't have them on because it's barely any stone. So okay. And now once you place spotlights, you're not done. You gotta go look for them. One, I'm gonna get rid of these 2 groups. Okay, lights out and lights exterior is the same thing. Lights out. Then lights exterior goes away. Lights out, 1 group. Ah, you didn't save it. Okay, so everything that's not a light in, 2, 5. There, 2, 5. Skipped, and then everything else. And then these ones too. Lights out. Okay, now we got him. Okay, your spotlights. Nice color. I like the color. I like the color. But you could also increase the radius. So now they go all the way to 160 meters. You can also increase the intensity. I think it's a little too bright yellow though. Ah, who cares? Let's leave it how he like. He likes him bright yellow. Let's leave him bright yellow. Matches the thrusters. Ah, so much yellow. He's dancing around in the yellow. Sleepy Hiraji, welcome, welcome. How's it going? It says fire. It's dancing in the fire. Be careful. We're gonna turn on the drills. Oh, dodge. No, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Safety first. Safety first. I think we're done with the uranium. Let's scout. Let's see. Before we move this ship that's full of uranium. Okay, let's see how much uranium we got from 2 deposits. Okay, hide empty. Switch to cargo only. Wow, nice. Okay. Nah, not even nice. That's barely anything. Okay, 2 deposits, 340,000 kilograms of uranium ore. We already have processed a ton, but it's only 10 uranium that we processed. But I think it's because our refinery is processing gold instead. No, it's processing uranium now. I switched it. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna turn off the thrusters. Okay, I'm not on my cockpit. Okay, there I am. Thrusters off. Okay, I am going to depressurize the airlock. Helmet on, always make sure. So our friend is building his starship on the bottom of our space yacht. All right, look at that. He's going nice. Look at how much power he has. Dude, you gotta match that power with the same amount of thrust. Nice. Dude, you're gonna recharge the batteries in 5 seconds. He has 5 reactors on the on the spaceship. I like it. Go all out. And then don't spare any ion thrusters, okay? Go all out. There's plenty of resources and we have more ore to refine. So go all out and build whatever your heart desires. So here I'm just gonna fly around and then keep looking for more uranium that we can gather while he builds. But he can be building there. Uh, even oh, we found another one. I think. Oh no, it's a shadow. Shadows deceived me. But he can be building in the his starship even as we move, so we could go to other asteroids. Like, there's no point in going back with it. If we have more cargo space, we still have fuel, we still have power. We should keep stay in space well, we're gonna stay in space. Our base is settled in a comet, in an ice comet. So guys, if you're and girls, gals, if you're settling in space, all right, don't settle in a rock comet. Don't build your space station in rock because you're still gonna get the premium ores. You're not gonna be harvesting rock, right? You're still gonna get iron or nickel or silicon ore. But if you spend a little bit of time looking around, you'll notice that sometimes you find comets in space that are and oh, we found another one. Okay, 100 meters. Ah, it's the one we already dug. Ah. But yes, you'll find comets. Like, imagine boulders of ice the same size as this asteroid, and that's where we settled. So we have ice for years, decades, eras, millennia. So yeah, and then you never have to be running around. The sad thing is running out of ice. For example, if I run out of uranium or I run out of iron, fine. I still have power. I still have hydrogen. I can go and get iron. I can go and get uranium. But if I run out of ice, I'm stuck. I'm on jetpack. I gotta use my hand drill and bring back to base whatever. Oh, 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 what's going on? Jetpack is off. I turn it off. No, I think we've exhausted this asteroid. I see no more uranium. Maybe we get lucky. We find one more. Oh well, this is plenty of uranium. This is plenty of uranium. We have to keep our refineries going. But now we're ready. With all this ore, okay, we have plenty of ingots, and this base is for starting over. We're gonna leave this ice comet station full of resources and ingots. We're gonna travel light, but we'll bring enough. We'll bring all the valuable ones. We'll keep the GPS coordinates of where to get more things, and then we'll set off either to the surface of Triton, but I think our friend Wrathwolf wanted to go to Earth. I don't know if Earth, but we can settle in the moon because or in an asteroid near Earth. Yeah, we can go to Earth. Earth usually has a bit more lag. That's why, because like there's a lot of people nearby, but that's also a good thing. And a lot of people are gonna wanna be in Earth, so it's good that we go to Earth and settle a hub, like our center hub. Plus, it's the easiest planet to start in, so it's gonna be good that we go to Earth and set up a hub there for everyone to just join. But yeah, if you wanna join us right now, you just have to join our faction. We are in a public server. It's only accessible through Steam, this one. But we also have started in EOS server, which is a crossplay server. I click depressurized. But I also put my timer block to stop the time the function of depressurize if I hit pressurize and vice versa. If I hit uh, never mind. Probably I'm not even making sense. So I'm just gonna hey, good timing. Let's pressurize. Are you wanna continue building your ship back at base so that we can also I don't know, just park. I'm gonna build myself. We gotta process this uranium, but uh, yeah, let's go back to base. It's better to be at base. Okay, so confirm ready. Thrusters on, and then well, we need gyros on. Oh well. Oh hell yeah, let's go. Okay, he says. Awesome. Ready. Let's go. Reversing, reversing. Let's go back to base. We can probably what we should do is fill up the remaining cargo with ice. But so we'll stay at base and then you can keep building and I'll just do the same but with ice. And that way we'll dock and our generators will fill up everything. Every single tank will be full of ice. Hydrogen. You want to leave hydrogen behind because if you get raided or griefed, right, and you have hydrogen, you can retaliate right away. But if you don't have any fuel, you don't have any ingots, you don't have any production back at an asteroid, then you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta okay, like a dog with their tail between legs, just go back home and call it a day. Start again, drop pod. Here we go. So no, find an asteroid. Oh my god, I brushed up really close. Oh no, the camera made it look closer. No, we're good. Yep. Our yay! Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Don't forget to join the Divergence Hub. It's the name of the Discord channel, so that you can chat with us whenever we're live in the game and playing, and not streaming. Right now we're streaming, but sometimes we're online and just like there's everyone else. It's not just me. It's everyone else that joins Discord. You'll be able to play with them. They're gonna be a part of the faction, right? So yeah, go ahead. If you're playing, even if you're playing already single player, like there's no point. Like I mean, no reason why you shouldn't join a server as well. Like your save file will always be waiting for you, so you can play with us whenever you feel like it, and then switch back to single player. I do that all the time because I also have my creative save files where I go and work on my blueprints, and I do that offline or online, depending on like sometimes I don't have an idea of what I'm building, so I'm not gonna film myself staring at empty space, right? While I figure out what I'm gonna do. But yeah, we're heading towards our ice comet, and we'll get a bit of ice. So where's the navigator? Wrath. Where's our destination? What's our destination? Very soon you're gonna navigate. I'm gonna be Captain Kirk, okay? And we're gonna build it that way. Captain Kirk behind, and then you're gonna operate, and I'm gonna say, Navigator, take us to Earth, okay? And you're gonna be like, okay, engaging thruster, achieving terminal velocity in 3 seconds. Okay, decelerating to 50 meters per second, and I'm gonna okay, maintain orbit. Nice. That'll be I've been watching. Okay, I've been what's it called? Uh, when you go through a series really quickly. Oh my god, binge watching Star Trek, the Enterprise, the original series, which is epic. I recommend it. I recommend it. No, you watch TechTony, but yeah, binge watching. Yeah, Wrathful. Thank you, man. Yep, yep. But I recommend it. Playing Space Engineers and watching Star Trek on the side is the best. And I like that. I like the RP of like controlling, having, and then you'll have weapons. You can because you cannot control. Excuse me. You cannot control all parts of the ship. You have to, like, one person has to fly it. Another person has to operate the turrets. Another person has to go around welding things that are getting damaged by the enemy's fire. Uh, Rathwell says, I want to be able to bring the faction as a fleet to go take on those signals. Oh, you should go, like, okay, now that we dock, whenever you see a signal, fly to it. Go to it. Go to it. Well, always check the distance because sometimes it'll say 3,000 kilometers. Don't go if it's 3,000 kilometers. Okay, because sometimes they spawn weird. They spawn like on the moon and on Earth, and it doesn't know where you are in space. You're really far away from it. But just check the distance. If it's like 10 kilometers, 6 kilometers, go for it. Go. You can find satellites that you can bring back, operate and bring back to base. And starships and things like that. And also you can find cosmetic items for your engineer, like different helmets and tools and weapons and armor textures and all that. So they're good. Plus, you'll find a ton of space credits in them, and you can always grind away for like the thrusters. You can grind away like a ton of resources. You can get a lot of resources from those. Those are drop packages from Steam. Steam provides those and they're really good to go and get. So you can go. You don't even need a ship. You can just use your dampeners. Turn off your dampeners and fly in the direction of the signal until you get there, and then just turn your jetpack back on to fly back. So you don't even need to consume that much energy. I mean hydrogen. What you're gonna need run out of is energy. So the cold of space is gonna consume a ton of your energy. Okay, I'm gonna switch directions, but I'm gonna be careful because I can rotate, but that doesn't mean my direction is changed, my momentum, because I need to go to the other side of the comet. But I'm not gonna cut and corner. I gotta keep going in my direction, slowing down. Uh, oh well. No, I think it works out. I misjudged. The entry of our base is actually in front of us to our right. I meant to do that. No, no, it's not. Okay, here we are. Approaching destination, home base, ice comet. 500 meters. So notice, look at how much ice there is. I didn't even know for a long time. I didn't even know that you could find ice comets. I thought all there were asteroids. Okay, just in camera. It's not this entry. It's this one here. We already have one area where I started digging. So I'm gonna dig here. Ah, this one's convenient. We're right here. Let's dig here. This is perfect. It's like waiting for us. Okay, switching to camera view. Okay, aligning. Yeah, we made it back, but before I dock, I have to say because sometimes my pronunciation, like I gotta say, like before I dock, like if, otherwise sometimes it doesn't understand. Never mind. Yeah, before I dock, I need to get ice. So here we go. Sometimes I enunciate so that my accent doesn't make whatever I'm saying not understandable. Like, ah, my God, I'm a mess. I'm gonna just get past that, keep going, turn on the drills. Okay, drills on. Then push a little bit until they, okay, are all catching. There we go. Now rotate. This time you do have to keep an eye on the inventory because ice fills up really quickly. And also you want to make sure that your generators are on. So rocket generators are off, now they're on. Hide, hidden. Okay, that's good. Keep rotating. Let it do one full rotation so that it becomes level. The surface becomes level and parallel to the starship. Alright. The first round is very imperfect, and then after that it becomes better. Okay. And let's see, cargo. Yep, already we have the same amount of uranium, the same amount of mass that it took us 2 deposits of uranium to get. That's why I said you gotta keep an eye on that cargo. And if it fills up, then our friend cannot produce any more components. He cannot keep building. He cannot put away components that he's grinding because the entire system clogs up. So I have to keep an eye out, but we're good because we have this cargo still not empty, and we have one more cargo that's entirely empty. So you can go ahead, you can build whatever if you want, or you can just chill. Be happy because we have everything. We have uranium, we have gold, we have platinum, silver, ice for days. Now it's a matter of choosing where we want to go. So navigator, where are we going? The moon, Earth, Mars. There's Triton. Triton is right next to us. We don't need warp drive. But for the other ones, we need warp drive. Have you seen Triton? Triton is pretty cool. It's an ice planet. It's like Hoth from Star Wars. And I have the frosted texture, so we can build a frosted base, like completely frozen, like all the armor. But then the inside, we build it with wood, and then it's like totally contrast. It's nice, well lit, and warm. And then as soon as you exit, it's like super hostile and frozen. I think you never seen it. Oh, then we should go. It's so close. We'll still go to Earth. Are you okay with that, or do you wanna go straight to Earth? We can do either. I don't mind. But I think since we're already close to Triton, the convenient thing is to leave at least an outpost or something here that with a survival kit. And then if we, for example, say we settle in Earth permanently, uh, and then we're there, everyone knows, it starts to know our faction, get to know us. A lot of people start joining because they see the now. I just today I started advertising to join people, the server, to join us here to play with us. um so eventually there'll be more people, right? So imagine that no one even knows that we have a base in Triton, right? And we start building in Earth. Everyone knows the Earth base, it's the hub. It gets raided, it gets destroyed. Haha, we wiped TechTony, we wiped his base. But you forgot to that we have a base in Triton, and then instead of being wiped, we spawned in a planet that is covered in ice, and instantly we already have a full production line that's waiting for us to turn it on. We can even leave. I do even this even okay. I leave the refinery, the assemblers, the speed modules, everything, but I leave them in components inside the cargo because components do not consume PCU, right? I can still build blocks, I can still build turrets and fight. And then but when in case my base gets wiped, I spawn in Triton, and but Triton base only has hydrogen tanks, which are 25 PCU each, very inexpensive, and cargo components, which are 10 PCU each. So very inexpensive base with a survival kit, which is 100 PCU, I think, one survival kit, and that's it. And that's it. And you have a full base ready to build a rocket or a starship, and you leave it full of ingots, you leave it full of platinum, silver, gold, everything. And people think they wiped you because they rated your secondary base, your aesthetic base, the one that you really build because it's pleasing and nice to look at. But this one over here is the real place. It's the one GPS location you don't share with anyone, that you keep. Oh no. I went on a rant while I was digging for ice. You shouldn't. Oh no, no, it's good, it's good. Almost, almost. We still have place. We still have 70,000 liters to go. Let's keep pushing into this ice wall. Okay, let's change the camera. Let's change the camera. There we go. There, nice. Look at that. Our space yacht pushing into ice, and we have just returned back to base, which our base is the ice comet. But before we docked, we wanted to get a bit of ice. Okay, so we just arrived from getting two uranium deposits in one asteroid, and that gave us 350-ish thousand uranium ore. All right, so we still have to process it, but we're gonna process both uranium ore and ice to refuel the ice that we consume. Okay, now it's full. Okay, let's push out of the ice and then turn off the rotating gyro. Okay, reversing, compadre. All right. I forget he's watching, but there's a delay on the stream, so he's seeing things ahead of when I announce them. So he doesn't quite hear me on time. The ship starts reversing before he hears me the warning. I gotta be careful with that. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, we can turn off the drills. And I'm so glad because these drills look to me look like bracers. So we're gonna get rid of the drills and we're gonna get rid of the spotlights and we're gonna get rid of the heavy cargo and it's gonna be a light space cruiser yacht beauty. I love her. She's my favorite design so far. Even I like her even more than the rocket, the boss rocket. It's so much less PCU and does the same effect. The rocket would do the same. It will rotate drill into the asteroid deposit like we just saw. I gotta look for my base. Okay, I see it. I sometimes I get disoriented because of the zero gravity. You kind of rotate all around and you don't know which way is up and down. But yes, this is the entry into our base. I dug it using this starship, but I control the drills manually like you would on any other drill ship. And I set the speed drill because look how much ice. I didn't care about, wasting the ice because there's ice all around. So I dug using the speed setting of the drills and dug this bunker entry. But now I want to switch to the camera so that I can align properly. And notice that there's a little, you can barely see it, but I'm gonna zoom in, okay? There's a connector over there. So I needed to be on the right side of my yacht or spaceship. I should call it spaceship. It sounds more humble. I sound a little bit stuck up when I say space yacht. I was like, oh my god. Oh, there he goes. Oh, the space yacht. I just like it that much. So I don't mind. You know, you have to appreciate, love the things you build or the things you do, the work you do, the things you put effort into appreciate them and value them. That is good too. All right, we're moving forward carefully because remember, right now she is full of cargo, so that means she has 461 4 okay 4 million, okay, 616,000 kilograms of mass, and it's not easy to stop that amount of mass. Inertia, right? Momentum. Is it Newton's laws of inertia that things that movement want to remain in movement, and it takes a lot of energy to stop them, right? So let's switch to the first toolbar. And I mentioned this so because our friend is later gonna operate and he's gonna become the navigator of our starship. We'll have more starships so people can inherit ships and operate different ships. It's not like I'm gonna be the only one operating it. So yeah, pay attention and learn so that you can fly it. If you don't pay attention and you don't learn, then you don't get to fly it and you sit in the couch every time. But no, our friend is learning and he's gonna fly the ship. Okay, so I'm rotating so that I'm aligned to the connector, and I place the camera on top of the connector. So I noticed I went past it. The camera is right on top of the connector. So all I have to do is place the camera so that is right center to the connector. Notice that it's in an angle. So I'm gonna realign, reverse a little bit. Oh, disconnected. Nope. Okay, good. And now I can just move. Make sure your connector is on because sometimes I turn them off in order to avoid the magnetic pull. Sometimes it can be strong in zero gravity. And notice that our tanks are next to the hydrogen thruster. So I don't want to cook our hydrogen tanks because I'm trying to pull away to the left and detach from the magnetic pull of the connector. All right, so I just get close. Okay, connection problem. Just let it. It's just streaming. Just trying to buffering. Someone turn on the assemblers. Okay, and then just easy. Okay, now I think no, it's still going, still going. Just be careful. There he goes, ready to connect. Lock. Okay, passengers, you are good to remove your seatbelts and walk about the cabin. Okay, please don't leave any of your belongings. Okay, we don't have a what was it called? Lost and found service yet. We have to build that. Okay, priorities are uranium, so no lost and found. You lose it, oh well. Okay, connector on, everything on. Thrusters are on, so let's turn them off. Okay, and now we'll leave everything on. We'll leave the refiners on. We'll leave the assemblers on. Let's check our batteries because our batteries are not running on engine power. Nope, that's not how you check batteries. You go to K, go to your control menu, search for batteries, show hidden blocks. That's not how you spell battery. Still not how you spell battery. Depleted in 4 hours. We're good. We're good. And you, in order to tell how much power they have, okay, they hold 3 megawatt hours. All right. So this one has 2.71. They're almost full, but they're depleted enough that if I turn on the engines, it's gonna start trickling charge in to the batteries, but at the same time supply the entire production line. So it says fully recharged in 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, I will start wasting power because the engines will produce more power than the batteries can store or that the system can consume. System meaning assemblers, refineries, generators, um, our friend's jukebox, so that he can dance in yellow light, you know, like that. Oh, he changed the color. He made it white. I thought you put. Oh no. We don't have the stuff for battery components, I think. Nickel? Yeah, we should have nickel. We should have plenty of nickel. Let's see. Let's confirm that. Our friend needs to make batteries, and something is preventing him from making. There's nickel. There's 15,000 kilograms of nickel in the Starship. But in the station, there's even more. If in the station, we see there is. Now, now that we docked in the station, you should have no problem with resources. The what if you queue something up and it's not building, what you should check is in your control panel, search for the assembler, and make sure just click on the group. Don't click on the assembler. That's why I hide them. I hide them on purpose so that you can turn on and off not just the assemblers but the sorters too, and then you don't have to worry about, because the sorters actually consume, look, 250 watts per second. I don't know if per second or per minute, I don't know the rate, but it says 250 watts. It consumes power and consumes considerable amount of power even when idle. So when I turn the assemblers, I turn their sorters on as well. And when I turn off the assemblers, I turn off the sorters as well. So it's important for me to design the assemblers away from the conveyor system. So the conveyor usually free flows through the middle, and on either side I have assemblers, refineries, and in their own loops, in their own conveyor loops. All right. So, yep, that's a cool advanced tip. I'm glad you asked that question about the nickel because I got to show that. Okay. Yeah, bring those questions. I'll go on a rant. Yeah, that's better than me just working. Working is boring. Let's go on a rant. Never mind. And let's go creative, like build something random. Our friend is building something and we just docked. Let's just confirm before I go distract myself. Let's make sure the machine is working for us. So station generators, okay, are off. You saw? I was not gonna be processing all this ice, and the ship has few generators. The generators in the starship are for emergency. If you're drifting in space and you don't have fuel, you don't have energy, you need ice, you need to chug ice into the machine, you use the yacht's generator. Plus, the yacht will supply the station with supplemental generators. So let's make sure that our rocket generators are, that's not how you spell rocket. Our rocket generator. I spelled all of these, so don't start questioning my typing skills. Look, all of this I type myself. Okay, so here we go. Wait. Hey, Serdan! Wait, welcome, man. How's it going? Hey, it's Awesome Joe. Sorry, I missed your message. I was passed out. No, don't worry, man. Hey, Serdan, I invited him and everyone else. Everyone else is also invited to join us right now if you want. Just join. Like, all you have to do is, when you, on the main menu of Space Engineers, just select join game, join world, or join, yeah, join game is what it says, and then look for the official servers. We're in Keen World NA for North America #1, and that's on Steam, the Steam servers. We started a EOS crossplay server, but it's not progress far enough yet, and that one is on the surface of Pertam because we have Alien Planet Pertam on that one, and that one is challenging. If you wanted a challenge in Space Engineers, play EOS server because those are the servers that play with console players. Console players do not have inertia tensors, right? So whenever you build rotors and pistons, you have to be very considerate about the speed and the torque of your rotors, the how much force they're doing. Otherwise, you can really destroy things and blow pistons up. Like those drills I built that dig into the ground, if you put the wrong speed settings, it'll blow up everything. Like the pistons will start bending, and then they finally snap with a lot of force, and then a piston start goes all over the place, flying at like 50 meters per second, bangs into your cargo container. Your entire resource spills out. You just been starting out. You haven't done anything. All you have is that station, and you have no way to fix it. And it's all a nightmare. But yeah, don't discourage, because remember, it's easier to fix a station than to start from scratch in a drop pod. So you already started from scratch. Uh, you can fix whatever Clang throws your way. Even if we crash into a meteor, you can fix that easier than it takes to build it from scratch using a spawn pod, right? So let's depressurize and let's get to work. Enough of ranting. All right, depressurize. Let's get out of here. We are losing oxygen because our tanks are full and they have no room to spare. So yeah, I should also put a timer block. I just noticed that whenever we dock, okay, I turn off the turrets, especially the missile turrets, because if someone were to shoot now, right now they're on, and if someone were to shoot, just click shoot. They would fire here and then blow up right in top of the turret, the rocket. So yeah, that's a good tip, and I never thought of that before. But yeah, just be careful. Do not shoot the missile turrets while inside a. Oh, nice. He put a little catwalk here. I like it. Sweet. Then you can access the cargo. All right. So let's see what we're doing. Oh, your ship. Where's your ship? Oh, it's nice and safe down here. Sweet. He's going waste. He's got his reactors going. You can just fill them up right away with uranium. Looks like he has. Let's see. Yep, there's the uranium. Good, good. Don't forget to put batteries. Still put batteries on them. Um, so that if you run out of uranium, you still have full set of batteries. But I'm gonna start doing my own thing. He's building his scout ship, and it was pretty much what I was gonna do. So I guess I can just sit back and watch. All right. Let's see. Let's check. Let's check here. Let's check our cargo. Let's keep an eye on our cargo. Okay. Oh wow, it's full. Okay. We can switch over here and say station cargo, and then over here we can say rocket cargo. Because what if right now our enemy decides to show up? Okay, our rocket is full of ore. It's really heavy. Let's empty out. Look, we have a ton of empty space in our station. Let's drop that ice in there in case we have to instantly detach. We're good to go. Because if it's right now, it's like catching us with our pants down. Like we cannot fight, we cannot do anything. We're at the mercy of Clang. So let's put all the ore in the station, which is all that's heavy, including the ice. Look at that, 1,100. That's one, yeah, kilograms of ice. It's an entire large cargo full of ice, and it can go there, and some of it can go there, and more of it can go there, and that's our station entirely full. So we still have 14,000 kilo, no more. We still have 54,000 kilograms. No, 54 kilograms of ice. Not bad. And then a bunch of components. I also put the components back down because they don't occupy that much mass, but they occupy a ton of volume. So yeah, I keep ingots. Keep ingots occupy mass, but very little volume. So I can deal with this mass and then fill up with ore, fill up with anything else, whatever else. Volume is the one that like clogs everything up. Okay. So yeah, that's not gonna clog right now. um, we are gonna leave our yacht connected because our refineries are in our starship. So our starship is gonna keep pulling ore away from the station cargo component containers and processing that ore. Let's check the batteries before I. The last thing I like to check. Okay, recharge in 4 seconds. In 4 minutes, station battery. They're good. They're good. We're in plus because we're processing energy from our engines. And at the same time, our generators are processing the ice and filling up the tanks. So our tanks are not even draining. The engines are on, and this is a matter of how many engines per how many generators you have. But if you have enough generators and I'm gonna show you how much I have. I have, okay, I have one, two, I have 8 engines, 8 hydrogen engines, and then I have, oof, I have a ton of them. Okay. Oh, I lost count. I scrolled and I lost count. Okay, there we go. Start counting from me. Okay, 1, 16, 17. Yep, 17 generators right now. So pretty much for each engine, 2 generators, and you'll be at a positive. A positive hydrogen generation per engine hydrogen consumption. So you'll be your generators will produce more hydrogen than your engines can consume. Therefore, even though your engines are on, your tanks will still be filling up. You don't want them depleting. The last thing you want is your tanks to reach zero. Remember, like ice equals power, hydrogen equals power and fuel. So yeah, important, important. Right now, we can unload the responsibility of ice being power because we just brought back a ton of uranium. So we can use now reactors to recharge our batteries, and therefore we don't have to turn on the engines. Let's do that. I think our engines are on right now. Let's do that. That's so what I think I'm so smart giving those tips, and I'm not practice putting them in practice myself, right? Okay, engines, engines off. We're done with hydrogen. I forgot. I forgot. We have reactors now. On. Oof. We don't even need the 2 reactors on. We need one. 15 megawatts. Let's check our batteries. Yeah, positive. Yeah, positive surcharge of battery of electricity of power. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. So that means. Oh, our friend. What happened? I see a body bag. Someone respawned. Maybe someone went AFK or DC'd. But he's back. He's in the survival kit in our medical station inside our pressurized compartment. So he's nice and safe there. Yeah. Probably AFK'd or DC'd. Oh, hey, I'm back. Yep, your things are here. Yeah. Looks like you this AFK'd in space and you're engineered. Oh, I noticed, dude. You should get the upgraded welders. Get your tools. Get the better tools. Look, there's a set inside the control station of the control panel. A control station here. Hide them. There they are. Look at all those tools. These ones. The ones that have the angles, the triangles, those the 3 means the tier. The 3 is the top tier. It's the best tools that you can have, and there's so many of them. Just grab them. Get them. and use one of them. You'll see how oh my God, it's gonna change your world. Hazer then says, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I'll have to update, then I'll join for a bit, to make a start at least." Awesome, yeah, man. No, you'll join us right here. You'll spawn in with us at the rocket, and then help us, and or do or build your own starship and do whatever. No problem. We're gonna settle in a planet shortly, so there you can build your own house or settlement or whatever you want. So, but it's easier to start off in zero gravity because it takes less energy and fuel to move a large amount of mass, a heavy amount of mass. But we have blueprints for it all, so we're gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna AFK a little bit. Let's put the engineer, in the pressurized compartment. I'm gonna pressurize. Looks like you're there waiting. Okay, I'm in. All right. And then I'm gonna leave it here a little bit. Oh, not like that. So you can see our friend working, building his ship. Or let me see. Oh, we can probably switch the camera. Like right there. Nice. We can see you build. Are you in a faction? Yes. Hazerden, thank you for asking. I'm so sorry. I didn't mention that, I think. Tech. Look for factions, and then it's gonna be called TEK, TechTonic, and then you just join. It should be here. There should be a button that says join. Right now, there's just us two, but this server is gonna be live. Just remember, it's the KEEN-NA #1 in Steam server. Then yeah, the server is gonna be always live, so you can always join, and I don't care. Like, just if you crash something, then it's fine. I don't mind. We'll fix it and we'll get it up and running and continue on. So it's all good. And yeah, but yeah, if someone's starting out and you don't know how to quite operate the rocket, then it's maybe better to ask someone to show you before you turn it on and, and drive it. Because yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, you just have to keep track of certain things in order to avoid crashing, and crashing can take a lot of time to build to fix. So crashing into an asteroid can take a ton of hours in order to repair. Depressurize. I'm depressurized. But yeah, AFK. Be right back. 1 second. I'm just gonna leave here. I changed the camera because I went on a rant and I forgot. No, 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 I didn't. It was not a rant. Let's watch our friend here. Wrath Wolf. I'm sorry. I'm remembering names. I'm bad with that. But yeah, we're gonna watch him build his starship. If anyone wants to join, there's plenty of resources, and yeah. If I'm gonna watch the chat, so Acer, then you have any trouble joining or any questions, just let us know, and I'll answer them right away. Hey, looks like we have someone join. Who we have? Is it? Hey, it's Hazer then. Welcome, Hazer then. Welcome to the space yacht. I think you're familiar with space engineers, right? Then I wouldn't mind like if you log in and need to take the rocket out or whatever, you're good to do so. But yeah, you're feel free. I think what would be best is everyone builds their ship, whatever goes. You know, you can build large grid, small grid ship, whatever you want, and everyone can fly, operate one machinery. Everyone, you know. My battery parts keep disappearing. Sorry. There might be a drain that pulls them out of the assembler, but they should land in one of the cargos. But there should be already a ton of power cells in the station cargo. Just in your control panel, search for cargo, hide empty, click hide empty, and then scroll, and you should see that station cargo 1. You can just say station cargo 1 has thousands of batteries. Look at that, 1,500 battery. So there should be plenty there, and then you can just directly withdraw. I can't because I'm in the control station, but this is free flowing, so you should be able to access it from anywhere. But yeah, awesome. Oh, I see a timer block going. Someone knows what he's doing. Nice, that's advanced. Not everyone puts timer blocks into their starship. Someone's been watching some YouTube. No, I'm getting weird. Okay, sorry guys. I'm gonna let you guys build. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We're watching our friends here, Hazerden and Wrath Wolf, build a starship live. It's a scout ship using a fighter cockpit with 5 reactors. So it can go for a long haul, and there's no like it can outrun anything because everything else will run out of power before that starship does. Okay, as long as he has enough uranium in that cargo, that ship will never stop. It's like the the Energizer Bunny. That's, that's the Energizer Bunnies of the starships. I love it. I love it. It's just like boom. You could, I can even, you can almost feel the power, but that's amazing. You know the feeling when you like get on a V8 or something, a very powerful engine. You turn it on and the car just shaking. That's how turning on those reactors would, I think, would feel like. It's so much power that you turn on that you just in such a small machine. Look at that. Here we are. Those reactors, I think, are powering the base. Maybe not. I don't think power transfers through a landing gear. How much uranium do they? I don't know that much about. Oh, they're barely full. How much uranium we have already? Did you get your tools? Did you guys get your tools? Over here, just get the 3-tier tools. They should be in the station cargo 1. They should be plenty. Just type in the search station cargo 1. There they are. These 3-star tools. Oh my god, it's gonna change your world. If you've been welding with the 1-star, the regular welder, let me type it. Get upgraded tools. Plenty in station cargo 1. Yep. It's gonna change your welding. Like it's many multiple times quicker than the regular welder. Plus, you don't have to recharge your suit so often, because also remember, your welder drain and drill and grinder drains energy from your suit. So you don't have to be traveling back to your survival kit and recharge and waiting for your suit to charge. No, 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 no. Save energy, save time, get upgraded tools. One, a pro tip, very advanced. It's not mine. I learned this from because Blitzy, I think, says it too. That get the tools, upgrade your tools right away, as soon as possible. And if you get gold and silver, you already have 2-star, which is the one below, but the best. But with platinum, you get the best tools. Yeah, platinum. I think cobalt. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, platinum is the biggest. If you find platinum, you have 3-star tools. And sometimes, if you're playing in single player, the comets will drop a strong unknown signal. Check it out. Look, unknown signal 4 kilometers, guys. Look, I'm gonna show you that it's very accessible. If you see them and you hear that little beep, just face the signal with your dampeners. And I didn't even bring a tank. Look, check it out. I don't have a tank. I don't care. I brought my welders, my good. Oh, make ammo, guys. Make ammo and carry ammo. It's very, look. I barely have any mass, and I barely have any volume. I have 40 magazines of ammunition, so I'm ready to fire. I have my elite rifle, so grab an elite rifle. Look at that. Boom. There's plenty of that. I build them for you guys. That they're for you. They're not for me. I only need one. Shoot the planet. Shoot the moon. Shoot at the moon. That's not the moon. That's a moon. but it's not our moon. Okay. It's a cool moon. It's an atmosphere rich moon with ice all around. Okay, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Slow down dampeners. Okay, it's standing still. Check it out. It's standing still, the unknown signal. And what you're gonna look for, you see, it has buttons. It has buttons all around. Okay? What does the button say? It's moving. It's flying. You know how to catch something in movement? You fly behind it, okay, until you catch the velocity, and then you turn off your dampeners. And then you can adjust with your dampeners off, you can adjust to its velocity. It's easier to access inventories and work with things that are already in motion like that. You see? Now I'm almost flying at its speed. But yeah, that's one way. I like it. That's why I like space engineers. You have to really think about momentum, velocity, distance, time. That's epic. And then, okay, here we go. You see, in the front, this is a small grid. If I hit it, it's gonna change its direction. 334 space credits, 41 steel plates, and look at what it has on the back. Also, don't forget the most important thing is click the buttons. Okay, click the buttons. Click the buttons. Okay, how do you click the buttons? No, that one has nothing. Hey, special content. Try your luck to get a new special item. Click OK. Nice. Special content. You got a new item. Rainbow boots. Visit a medical room to change your appearance. So you see, you get cosmetic items for your engineers by just clicking that button. But it's not in the storage container. The storage container has space credits, so don't forget about it. But also, click the button. Okay, dampeners on, jetpack on, approaching the unknown signal again before it goes away. Before it goes away, dampeners off. Slow down, slow down, slow down. I want that ion thruster. I have thrusters at base. Go away. Okay, I let it go away. But if you're just starting out, it is a small grid with an ion thruster at the back, and sometimes they have even more thrusters. So you can always grind away whatever you find in the satellite and use it on your starship before you even find platinum. Plus, also, well, if you're on atmosphere, usually the drop pods, I don't know, I don't think I've seen one with atmospheric thrusters because they usually have parachutes and they land as like drop pods, that surface drop pods that coming from space. But look, I've spent more energy than I spend hydrogen, and I'm not even being efficient with my hydrogen right now. Dampeners are on and off, and a whole mess. But yeah, you'll run in space. You'll run out of energy before you run out of hydrogen. But that's to encourage you to build a small grid starship, a scout, like our friends are doing. They were smarter than me. Well, I sent out my engineer and I found every resource but gold in the first comet that I settled in. I found every resource like iron, cobalt. Cobalt took a long time. And it took a long time to find one comet. But it also, that was time that I was like flying with my engineer and going away to like that comet over there. Let's go to that comet. And then I turn off my dampeners and I wait. Okay, I'm flying at 108 meters per second. I'm actually going faster than a starship, which can only go at 99 meters per second, right? I can catch up to a starship at this that going at terminal velocity, okay, with my spacesuit. But I can only go as far as my energy lets me, because my suit is gonna run out of energy very soon because space is extremely cold, right? And it needs to spend a ton of energy in order to heat me up. So before I lose hydrogen, I'll lose all the energy, and I'll have to come back to the base, recharge. If you have a small grid starship, a scout ship, or like our friend is building, you will be able to recharge in the cockpit of your starship, your scout. Plus, it's already a small grid, so it's compact. It can move around the asteroid, avoid rocks, change direction really quickly because the mass. For example, one large grid armor block is way more mass, has way more mass than a same armor block but small grid. The small grid will have less mass. So with thrust, but you can also argue that, oh, it's large grid, but that also means that I'm installing large grid thrusters. Like one large grid thruster compared to, look, let's look at the thrusters. Look at that thruster right there and compare it. You can click the toolbar again to make the compare it to that, you know? Okay, it is large grid, but that is also 15 PCU. Both of them, okay? Both of them, small grid, large grid, doesn't matter. Both of them 15 PCU. So the performance and the look, if you go to your G menu, notice at the bottom here. Look, this is the dreaded bar. This is the dread bar. This is the PCU bar. Okay? Look, what does it say? 20,000. As you guys are building things, this bar is gonna lower. Okay? It's gonna lower, and it's gonna reach one day. It's gonna sneak up on you. It's gonna say, "Oh, you wanna start a station in Mars? Go for it. Do it." Because you didn't look and you didn't notice you only have 2,000 PCU. You set up the drills. I have enough PCU for the drills. The pistons are in there. I get all the resources. I start building the station. And then when I start welding things, is when after I've committed everything, I've landed instead of everything, spend hours there, and I start welding things, that's when it says, you're out of PCU. Okay, when that happens, you can do one thing, but it is a destructive action, so usually we avoid destructive actions, right? You can go to info, as long as you don't look at a conveyor, because if I look at, for example, if I go to a connector here and I go to info, I'm gonna look at the info of this grid. But if I am looking away into space and I go to my control panel and I go to info, I'm looking at general, all grids. And here it'll send me how much I've built. I built 5 drills. That's it. I can build more drills if I'm in a station. I think at least the EOS server, the Xbox console server, allowed me to put a ton of drills. I put uh, a bunch of pistons, like 3 up pistons, 2X, like the horizontal pistons, and then 7 downward pistons. And at the tip of the downward pistons, I put a rotor attached to a drill, and then I alternated between conveyors on on 2 of the sides of the drill until I reached how much was it, like 5 drills on either side, so it was 11 drills, 11 drills on a rotor, able to dig down hundreds of meters into the earth. So it didn't complain. So I want to try it once we get to the surface on this Steam server. I want to see if I can only place 5 drills, or is it that I can only place 5 drills on a starship. I don't know. Let's see. But here you can remove remotely grids. So I can delete the station by just removing it, clicking it remotely, as long as I am the author. No one else sees this menu but me, that I build the starship and I build the comet. But our friend is building his starship, and notice that we didn't see this starship there. I cannot destroy his starship remotely, right? So that's one thing. Authorship is important, and you saw there was a drop down. You can always assign author, so you can trade ownership of things by assigning it to someone else in that same menu. Breathe. Okay. Space credits. Okay, we should build an ATM somewhere. Let me do that. ATM. Build planner, drop it in, assign it to the toolbar, as easy as that. Then withdraw it. Did not get for 8 computers, but I double clicked it and it did. Okay, I'm gonna remove it from there so that we can see. Oh, gravity. No, we gotta keep gravity inverted because he's still building that and it's attached to the ship upside down. So let's pressurize. There's no problem. Zero gravity, so jetpack doesn't consume any hydrogen. As long as the only hydrogen you consume is by moving and slowing down. If you're standing still, it's no hydrogen pretty much. Okay, over here it's where it makes sense to put. Nice, thank you. You moved the control station. I appreciate it, man. That looks great there. And it's even he also uh noted to put the cockpit in the direction of the rocket. Like he didn't put it sideways. He put it in the front, facing the front of the rocket, because that way, if we need to switch and make this cockpit be the main cockpit, that one at the top gets destroyed, and we need to convert this one to operate the gyroscopes and thrusters. He can now preserve the same direction. Like otherwise, it's like controlling it sideways. It's really disorienting and very hard, and you'll just crash it into the wall of the asteroid. I would. I wouldn't be able to. And now this gap here may be perfect. Ah, no. It's because of the refinery. The refinery, okay? The refinery doesn't allow you to snap anything in front of it. That doesn't look right. Oh, that works. Although it's odd. It's odd that it would be raised. You would have to turn on your jetpack in order to access the ATM. It should be accessible. Okay. Let's go to the maintenance. And at the same time, it gives me an excuse to show off the maintenance area. Okay, I clicked pressurize like a noob. Depressurize. That's what I want to do. I want to exit. Let me out. It's always smart to put overrides. One button is like force open, and then I don't care. I'm out. Because right now we have so much ice, I don't care about the oxygen. But if I'm being raided, I don't want to wait for the airlock. Who cares about the oxygen? Open the airlock already. Or I'm gonna grind this window away. Right, guys? That's what you would do. Like, who's gonna wait for the window? I mean, for the airlock. When a freighter is approaching. Here, we're gonna sneak it here. Guys, you're gonna have to remember. You're gonna have to look for it. But, okay, don't grind away the battery. Dampeners are off. 9 for the ATM. Oop, there it goes. Now here you can deposit your space credits. So deposit 300. Did I deposit them? No, there they are. Okay. I'm new to this. I really am. I really am. Okay. It feels like it should have done it already. Okay. Oh, maybe I have to assign the amount. That's it. Okay, I have to assign the amount. 334, and then I deposit, and then it withdraws it like a sorter would drain it from your system. Yep. Awesome. It's done. So now, even if we get raided, they don't get our start credits. Wrathwool says, "Man, these welders are good. I told you, man, it was gonna change your world." Okay, you've been welding with the new ones. Awesome Pasta says, "Tony, GPS energy critical. What do you mean? What do you mean energy critical? Where are you? Oh my God, I missed it. I went on a rant. Hazerden, where are you? Speaking of energy in suit, would you mind making a GPS so I can get back to the ship?" Yes, yes, GPS coordinates for the comment station are, I'm giving it to you. Okay, X coordinate is negative. I'm gonna paste them on chat. Okay. Oh, I cannot put it paste on chat. Okay, I'm gonna say them out loud. Okay, negative 2.22596.66. That's the X coordinate. Now the Y is negative 2.4661447.89. Z is 443792.92. Let me know if you need me to repeat them when you're ready, whichever. We're moving away, but we shouldn't be giving away coordinates live. Although this is not like Ark Survival. If you get in Ark Survival, if you gave away your server name on live, you expect to get raided. You know, because they like it's like, oh hey, this is where we are, guys. Come by and raid. But no, we'll be gone. We'll be gone shortly. But they'll know where the cache is. Ah, yeah, they'll know where the cache is. Ah, shut up, Antonio. Change topic. Okay, look at the sky. Does that cloud look like anything? Here we go. So, try to distract you away from. Okay, let's grind away these spotlights. We don't need them anymore. Because in space, there's nothing to illuminate. And we're done drilling. So the brazier comes off. This is the, like, I need ore setup. But it's not a permanent setup. And I have drainers for components on the, so you can just drop when you're grinding, you can drop the, although these are gone, I'm grinding them away. So, but yeah, if you load the blueprint, I'll post the blueprint eventually, and you create the blueprint after you're watching this or whatever. Um, yeah, there's a sorter for components, and you can just grind them away and throw the components through the other drills, and that way you don't you save the trips in to the connectors, but you cannot withdraw. The configuration, the assemblers are at the front, and the connectors for the drills are to the assemblers. So we cannot withdraw from the cargo. It's a one way. Oh no, inventory full. That's dreaded. No, but yeah, no problem. This is gone. We're even gonna cover it. No one's gonna even know there was a drill. And then we can always reattach it. We have plenty of ingots, plenty of components. You see how easy it is to grind it away? That's as easy it can be as well to place it. It is a little bit more tedious because we do have to travel over here now. And you can see I don't have any more conveyor ports because I grinded all the drills. But with upgraded tools, it doesn't take any time or energy to grind away things. Then I'm replacing it with a heavy armor block. Again, we want to seal this so that the explosion has nowhere to go but to bounce away from the armor back. Like it cannot go into the functional blocks. You see? The only the weakness is the thrusters because we cannot cover them. You know, this is as covered as they can get. Maybe you can put a corner in the front, cover them a little bit more, but yeah, still still the thrusters will get the damage before the components inside the maintenance. Okay, no, heavy armor. Oh, the other thing is you've seen how she moves. Look at this. These are all heavy armor blocks and fully welded. I welded them with a drone that got lost to trash collection because I programmed the timer block to put the batteries on recharge so that every time I dock to the starship, but then I parked it here and I forgot about it. I logged off and the batteries were on recharge, so there was no power in the system. And trash collection said, no, no, bye bye. So it's gone, but it did its job. It welded that drone. It wasn't a drone. I put a cockpit because it's easier to look around, especially in this cave. I welded it outside, obviously, but still with ice around, was able to build the whole thing. Okay, let's see. G, heavy armor, steel plate. We're missing the steel plate. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go. Oof. Here we go. Drop that. Get the steel plate. You're gonna need a lot of steel plate. That's why you need a drone or a starship welder, a welder, because look, it takes 150 steel plate and 50 metal grid. So you cannot even carry an entire heavy armor block on your inventory, even without a tank. You have to do 2 trips for 1 block. Imagine how many blocks there are on this starship. You cannot do it by hand. You cannot like it's just torture. You're doing too many trips. Build a welder with a ton of cargo space, and especially in zero gravity, and use it to weld all this. I can do this because it's 2 blocks that I have to weld by hand. I'm not gonna build a welder to put 2 blocks, but not to build the entire frame and covering of the ship. I want to make sure those are heavy armor. Yep. Yeah, I need the metal grids. I gotta make sure to remember those. But before I can place them, I need to get rid of this. Looking good, man. The starship is looking good. I like the shape of the armor too. Looking like a good fighter with a long nose. I like ships with a long nose and cars too, like rovers and things like that. Plus, you're protecting the cockpit. If the cockpit breaks, the rover is lost. You cannot operate it. It's gonna go in whatever direction momentum is pointing at. Okay, I'm gonna use those metal grids to weld the ones over here. Oh, looks like that one was missing metal grids, huh? Alright, let's grind away this conveyor. And that's gonna be our axis. We're gonna cover it. Nah, we can even get rid of it and seal it, fully seal it off. Okay, that's what we're doing. I think we already did that on the other side. Let's drop this off. Now let's get a ton of steel plates. Now, there's one interior plate in the way. So I can place first this sloped armor that has nothing obstructing it. It's a sloped one. I can weld so that I can make some inventory, and now I can pick up that one, that interior plate that was in the way. Next, I can place the heavy armor, and now we have our frame. All we need is to weld it up. You don't need the metal grids to make it functional, but you're missing 20% of the health of the block, which is a lot. Okay, so let's get those metal grids, and that's why also like the welder is so good, because you don't have to worry about how many metal grids do I need. You just make thousands of metal grid, thousands of steel plate, and then fill up the drone. And when the drone is empty and you're just waiting on the assemblers, take a break. You're being productive. Don't worry about it. You're not running 50. I mean, 50? No, 50 makes 50 trips makes 25 blocks. Okay? Think about that. Build a welder. All right? Now, why no? Okay, because all I have so are steel plates, are metal grids. Look at that. We still have to do another trip for that one. And no more metal grids. And I don't know where the direction is. So you see, a lot of stumbling around. Yep. I'm just saying, because for a long time I've done myself. I would build these size starships by hand, welded by hand, and it's enough. Like I said, like, no man, I'm doing it wrong, and I'm just telling you, like a little bit uh, enthusiastically, so that you avoid, you know, spending so much time like I did welding by hand. These retouches and changes, fine. But even if you had the drone already, if trash collection hadn't gotten rid of it, I would have used the drone. Especially on a Earth space station where the starship is like landed, has a lot of clearance and nothing is obstructing. It's not like dug into this ground. I have to like undock and reverse and park. It's not that big of a hassle. I would do it. I would do it. It's easier. It's still easier than all these trips. But
No energy.
no welder. Here we go. Recharging. Oh, Hazelden says check game comms. I'm sorry, guys. Wow. GPS. Man, these were good. Hey, Tony, can you let me out of the ship? I respawn inside and can't get out. Oh, you can depressurize. There's a button panel on the top that says depressurize. Open. Oh, you can no pressurize. Pressurize so that you can get into the airlock, and then depressurize so that you can get out of the airlock outside into space. You shouldn't be locked. It's designed so it doesn't lock you in. I'm sorry, man. Oh, Asam says, okay, I made it back, but now I have to go and make dinner and try and go to sleep, and I'll be free all weekend for the most part. Yeah, man, sorry. Like, I missed those messages and you were stuck. Hope it didn't cost you too much time. Ah, man. And I was only just welding armor blocks. There's nothing important. That was important, helping you. Oh, I wasn't looking at it. Was looking more at the chat, the stream chat, then. But I gotta take care of both. So let's do it. Okay, metal grids. You can also type here, grids, and it'll show you all the containers they have metal grids in them. You see? Like it doesn't have to be the name of the cargo either. Okay, I think there was one more. It's missing over here. No, it's on the other side. Okay, looks like it's done. I haven't seen her. Like I've always every before I put the armor, she had the drills on. Like she dug the ore required to build. Oh, look at that. Okay, turn on. I think I Lord, I she's it's like proportional everywhere and so functional. Hazer then says, "Nah, it's all good, but I suggest voice chat next time for anyone able might make communications a bit easier." How do we do like Discord and stream at the same time, and you guys can chat and we can all hear and yeah, I think that will be best. Okay, okay, we'll do that. Sorry, guys. Okay, we'll hear Discord and then film it and post it on stream. But thanks, Hazelden, for coming by, man. I hope you have a good night and rest up. We're gonna just stay on a little bit longer, but yeah, it's coming close to the end of the stream as well. It is about two and a half hours in, and we got the uranium. We did a lot of fixing. We have all the ore. We even got ice and it's processing. Right now, that's what we're doing. We're just waiting until the ingots get processed. I mean, the ore gets processed into ingots, and we have enough uranium because we're not gonna travel. We're not gonna travel with all this ore. We're gonna process it and travel with the ingots. We're also going to leave some ingots behind so that we can get started in case we crash or something happens to our rocket or our future base and everything else. So we always have one place that, so don't destroy the base. Don't grind it away and pack it up and leave. Leave the base. Leave it with power. If you have, you're gonna notice, okay, what's gonna happen is the base is gonna be on idle electricity, and your batteries are gonna say, oh, we're gonna fully drain in 30 days. In 30 days, if you don't return to this station, okay, and recharge those batteries, it'll disappear with along with all the cargo. So what do? You're not gonna get on a starship and travel from Earth back to Triton just to recharge the station, are you? No. What you do is you set a timer block, okay? You set a timer block on your survival kit so that what it does is the timer block will turn on your survival kit or your medical station. It actually has to be everyone because you have to make it so the one you want to spawn in is the closest available medical room or a survival kit. So what you do is you put them in a group and then you turn them all off. Okay, you're gonna do that. You're gonna turn off all. So you have to be very careful because if you die and in the timer block is not set to turn them back on, you won't have anywhere to spawn in. Your faction won't have anywhere to spawn in. So yeah, you could and if you choose to spawn in a drop pod, everything that you have will or you own will despawn. So be careful. But what you yes, that way you teleport because what it'll do is the only survival kit that's available is gonna be here, and even if you mess up, your timer block is set to like in 10 seconds turn everything back on and there's nothing gonna impede it. So you turn them off you click backspace to reload, to respawn, and then in 10 seconds your timer blocks will have turned on your survival kits, and but by then you would already be back at the comet. Over here you have the same thing. You have a timer block so that you can get back to base. So that once you're done turning on the engines, you get a bit of ice, turn on the engines, let it batteries recharge. There's gonna be hydrogen. We're gonna leave all those tanks full of hydrogen. So all you have to do is turn the engines on a little bit, for a little bit, wait for them to recharge, and then set the timer block again to turn the survival kit back on after 10 seconds. Respawn after turning it off, and uh, like you have to
Energy
click start.
critical.
You have to click start. Don't click trigger now, okay? When you set your timer block, check out the timer blocks, okay? I'm gonna show you guys about the timer block. Okay, because you can really mess things up. So I would try all this teleporting in a private server, like in your own save file, like local save file. Create a new creative and everything, and test the teleporting, because your timer block. Check it out. It's not called the timer block in my case because I renamed the blocks and I call them acts, like actions. Your timer blocks will have a delay. I lower my delay, but the default is 10 seconds. And then they have three options here, basic. Trigger now, start, and stop. Trigger now will disregard the delay and will just execute the actions instantly. So in effect, if our action is to turn on the survival kit, it will literally turn it on instantly and not do anything else. So you think, oh yeah, in 10 seconds, I could have a delay. I could have a delay of 3 minutes or whatever. And I say trigger now. I depressurize airlock. I skipped the delay and I depressurized now. So I would have turned on the survival kits now and it wouldn't start a countdown. So you effectively turn off the survival kit and run into a wall, and now you don't have anywhere to spawn in. Very dangerous. Okay, so you have to make sure that whatever you do is start. Start will start the countdown, and once it reaches zero, it will execute whatever actions you have set up. In this case, close the doors, turn on the doors, close the doors, lock the doors, pressurize or depressurize, and then start the callback function. It's called in programming. It's called a callback function. It's a function that executes after another one is done. And this one is like, oh, after the vent has fully filled the room with air, then open the interior doors. But wait, like, so that the sensor doesn't. Oh my
No
god.
energy.
Oh no. Yeah. No energy. I'm gonna jump on this cockpit. Okay. Nice. Thank you for lending us yours. This cockpit here. We're not moving it. We're just recharging our batteries. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Yep. But it's all good. It's all good. Nah, man. It's looking good. Nice. Look at that. Okay. Okay. We're off the starship. Ah, look at that. I like it. All right, man. I think I'm just gonna watch you build, man. Yep. Let's do that. Let's just watch our friend Wrath Wolf build his personal starship with his. It's the first time he's using an elite welder. So imagine he's been welding the whole time with the basic one. So he's like thrilled. The speed of the. Oh, nice. Like he did the angle perfect. Look, it matches the angle of the cockpit. That's a half slope armor. Oh, that's not a timer block. That's a battery. Nice, nice. Thrusters over here. Oh, look, it's gonna be very aggressive. Like all the thrusters, uh, like that facing. I like it. White front. This is a good profile for a ramming. Like if you extend an armor, like say it's an attachment. Think of it as an attachment. On raid day, you extend an armor here, right in the middle, outwards, and then create like a battering ram, extend armor again, heavy armor onto the sides, and then ram into a starship. Like especially if it's a thin one, like a rocket that's thin and long, and you ram it sideways, you can even cut it in half with the momentum. And you just lost what? A few heavy armor blocks at front, probably your entire starship. If you build it with enough support, even your starship will survive. And especially if they use light armor. If they use light armor on their ship and you impact it with heavy armor, it's so much mass traveling at such high velocity. It's also control the velocity. Don't impact it at 100 meters per second. Then you're toast. If you do that, you're toast too. You have to control. You impact it with enough force that it's gonna like spin it or also throw it, change its direction and throw it against an asteroid that's nearby. Like if I park this starship near the comet and I think it's safe, and then some freighter, large grid freighter comes by with a battering ram, hits the freighter and throws it against the comet, and then it doesn't impact just when the battering ram hit it, but when the freighter started moving, especially now that it has the thrusters off. Even the gyroscopes may be on, telling it to stop, right? But the thrusters are off, so it's just gonna keep going and swing and bang. And if you're offline, it's gone. It's gonna keep drifting off into space. Someone has to run after the starship, climb on the cockpit, or that's why the power on. You know, these buttons on the outside, you click that here, and there's on both sides. Rocket on, rocket off. It'll turn on the gyroscopes, the engine, the gyroscope, the thrusters, the batteries on auto, bunch of other things, lights, everything. Uh, Pressurize the cabin, pretty much get it flight ready, so I don't have to do anything manual. And yeah, let's recharge before it starts complaining. I'm like drifting and losing the voice already. So I'm just gonna start going silent. I'm gonna sit and watch our friend build. Okay, so let's pressurize. I'm gonna even be in the cryopod. Although no, this is a pressurized environment. I can sit here. Camera's already lined up, and I can press J in order to open my helmet so that I can breathe and I also don't suffocate. Because the sad thing is to suffocate in a pressurized environment because you left your helmet on and your suit ran out of oxygen. So, yeah. Oh, look, this is a good example. There's a strong unknown signal, but look at it. It's 3,348 kilometers away. And it's only gonna stay there for 9 more minutes. So it'll take hours for you to get there. No, you'll have to warp drive. But we're gonna go to a planet. Once we're in a planet, we're gonna start seeing those signals appear very close to us. So it's not gonna be an issue. Yep. So I'm just gonna turn off the HUD and look at the control panel, make sure, look at the inventory and see what's up. Okay, looks like we have ton of platinum ore, some cobalt, magnesium. Let me make sure our refineries are going. They are. Okay, so the magnesium and the cobalt is being processed by the Speed refinery, while the gold, platinum, and uranium is being processed very slowly. Plus the silver. Oh yeah, we do have ton of silver. Is being processed by the yield one. What we could do is extend temporarily and add a ton of yield refineries so that we can process all this way faster, multiple times. For each refinery that we add, we multiply the speed in which we process all this ore, the yield ones we need particularly. Then we can process a ton of the ingots, make thrusters. So let's use this uptime as well and queue up thruster components. What are you missing? It's missing items. Okay, let's look at the check. Also, don't forget that your assemblers may clog. Nope, assemblers are not clogged. Yeah, they're simply missing platinum. Okay, so what happens? We're missing platinum, but we have platinum ore. However, our refineries right now are automatically choosing to process gold. We can do one thing. We can say, oh, hey, what? Why don't you want this? This disconnect. No, you're connected. Okay. Ow, my neck. Sorry. Oh, wait. Refinery? I cannot take ore out, but I should be able to. Ah, I know why. Okay. Because the sorters are blocking it. So the refinery yield is allowing gold, silver, and uranium in, but not platinum. So I want to specify and I want to say, go ahead and accept platinum. In this way, I can control. I can say, okay, don't take any more gold. Don't take any more silver. I'm done. I don't need uranium. Ah, do we need? Hmm, how much? 54 kilograms only. Okay, let's take our reactors. Let's save one reactor. And now let's take a refinery in. Refinery in. We want it only to process platinum. And let's say the out now will allow ore to flow through it so that we can extract and then cargo so that we can extract the ore, the gold out of the refinery. And since no more gold can go in, now it allows platinum. Now it pulls platinum in. It may prioritize uranium. I don't know, but all this platinum should go for a long while in thruster. Hopefully, we'll build other things. Rocket refinery in out. Also remember to remove that ore that we added so that it doesn't create a loop. Okay, now everything should be good. Refinery S, I want to show to make sure S in, it accepts cobalt and magnesium. That's the ones we wanted to process particularly. And there it goes. It's processing that magnesium as fast as it can, and the other one is processing platinum as slow as it can. So, and then we have done uranium. Yeah, but I don't want to build an entire network of 5 refineries right now. I should and I will, but not right now. We just did the productive part of the day. Now it's the relaxing part of the day. In 4 minutes, there's gonna probably be another signal nearby, so we'll go after that one. Turn the block off, the ore detector. We don't need that anymore. Let's see what else. We can turn off the antenna. Go stealth. Rocket gravity generator. Let's leave it. Our friend is over here. And let's just AFK here. We have our helmet off. Let's go look at his progress. Very nice. I like it. He has created conveyor ports that link up to the medium cargo. Remember that certain elements, certain, for example, components, cannot travel through the small conveyor. They need exclusively the large conveyor ports. And it looks like that there's no way to connect the medium cargo any longer. So large things that you put in the cargo cannot flow through those medium those small or the connector. They can go into the connector, but they cannot get to the medium cargo. So maybe you can put another cargo, or you can put a conveyor. You could use at that point. You should use a conveyor that links the connector with the cargo. What would be large things we might need? So, for example, large steel tubes or batteries or um, what else? Other components, a bunch of other components that you want to be able to pull and take to your base. It's not even advanced components. It's common use components. Metal grids cannot travel through small conveyors. Like you can barely travel. Like interior plates, steel plates, small steel tubes. That's pretty much it. Solar panels cannot go through it. Antenna, radio components, or gravity detector. Yeah, so if you wanted to transport something, in your medium cargo other than ore. Ore is fine. If you're building a miner, ore is fine because all stone, all the ores can travel through small conveyors. So you're fine there. Like, notice the drill doesn't even have a medium conveyor port because all it has is small ones because ore only needs small. So and the drills do not accept anything other than ore. So they don't need a medium cargo. There's no use. But yeah, that would be an improvement, and then you can save all those conveyors. Notice even those small ones, they all still cost 10 PCU, and look how small they are compared to the one big block that now connects that does the same thing. It connects your cargo to your connector, which is what you wanted those tubes. So you can get rid of those tubes, and you just refunded yourself. You have four tubes on either side, so you will have refunded yourself um, uh, 80 PCU. Yep. If you get rid of the small conveyor, since you connected the medium through medium, you can pass small and large. Everything can pass through medium conveyors. Yeah. Perfect. You know what? You could even get rid of the turret in front and use the two small conveyors of the conveyor port, the tool at the top, and put two turrets instead of one. And you don't, is that a sorter? I don't, I think you don't need a sorter for your turret, for your, unless you actually want to extend the turret one block away from the cargo. For example, if you wanted to put armor blocks around it, then that's one fine. But if it's a sorter, I just don't see it because of the shadow. You don't need sorters because your Gatling turrets know to pull the ammo from the cargo, and they'll pull it all the way from the connector. Like you can have ammo in your connector, and I think the server is restarting, so things may go wrong, but it's fine. Nothing will be lost. Everything is parked and fine, and the reactor is on and can stay on for how long, man? It can stay on for I don't know, at least a week, probably. It's not like we're draining that much power either. But yeah, we need to restart. And I think this is a good time to stop the stream. So thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Uh, Also hit the notification bell so that you know when we go live and upload new content. But yeah, have a good one.